home field advantage. And as always, brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks, the Bank of Billings, Chevy dealers of the Ozarks, Bambino's Italian Cafe, who hosts the Tip-Off Club every Monday at noon. We go to Central High School and bring in the Bulldogs and head coach Jordan Epps. Coach Epps, thanks so much for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Coach, 14-4 thus far on the season. Now, granted, two of those defeats were in the Tournament of Champions, so no shame there at all. But a tremendous season here as we're reaching probably the three-quarter point of the season. Tell us about the Bulldogs.
Yeah, right now we're just coming together, clicking at the right time. We played a pretty tough schedule up to this point that it's kind of helped us prepare us for our conference games and hopefully our district games down the line. Um, right now we got a lot of guys averaging double figures, which helps having five guys on the floor that can score the ball, which has been making us a matchup problem for teams we play.
Coach, you're coming off of a good season last year, 15-10. What did you have to replace last year that you lost to graduation?
We lost our leading scorer last year to graduation, Sterling Vincent, um, and then we had some guys step up this year. I returned a lot again from that team. Our 2025 class has been really good, bought in, uh, and just over the last couple of years, you see the maturity in that group alone. And then we had our senior move in, Tyreek Brooks, that's here with us. That was able to fill that void that Sterling left.
As you look at the schedule, you messaged or mentioned you played a very tough schedule with Lake Academy. Then you go to Staley, who's defending Class 6 state champion. Um, who else did you add there? I know you got Biani in the Norm Stewart Classic. What other changes to your schedule did you make coming into this year?
Yeah, we added Vianney. We went to Norm Stewart. Then we played Father Tolton here in the shootout in Springfield, which they're a really good Class 4 team. We picked up a little later on in the season Webster Groves out of St. Louis in a shootout up there in St. Louis area, which we ended up losing that game by four. But it's another tough team that we just don't get to see all the time around this area.
Very good. What at this point in the season, what do you feel like the Bulldogs are doing really well right now?
Right now, we are our offense is working really well. We got guys moving the basketball, seeing the right plays being made out there on the offensive end, and defensively, we're just still working out some kinks on some things we need to get better at. But when we decide to guard, we're really hard to score on with our athleticism.
And obviously, you get the huge win a night ago over Kickapoo, and it ends their 34 game run, consecutive victories there in the Ozark Conference. What was that like, and then to be able to do that on your home floor?
It was a great night. We had a sellout crowd here at Central, so the fans got to see a good game. They were on a 34 game win streak for a reason. Kickapoo's always been a really good team. They're a good team this year, so coming out and being able to get that win and being able to do it in front of our home fans was just even more special for us.
Well, there's district ramifications, behind that win as well. As you guys are both in the same district there at Glendale.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot on the line for the regular season conference. I think we were both up in the top fighting for the conference championship this year. So we got an edge on that right now, and then going into districts, having that one seed will definitely help us as well. Because now it would put two really good teams in Nixon and Kickapoo having to face each other on the other side. Um, and kind of beat up on each other. And then, so it's always nice when you can try to get away from those two schools in district.
And now you got Glendale on Friday night. This may be the fourth or fifth time you've played Glendale. Seems like you've played them quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's our third time playing them. Like I told the guys after the game yesterday, we got to be ready. Just because we beat them by the way we did with the scores, it's going to be a tough game. It's at Glendale. They're going to be ready to play. It's always tough playing there with their home crowd and their students. So it's going to be a dogfight. I'm expecting a dogfight for them.
Very good. We've got a couple young men there sit behind you. Start wherever you'd like and introduce them and tell us a little bit about them.
We can just start here on my left. This is our senior guard, Tyreek Brooks.
Tyreek, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Tyreek, tell us a little bit about kind of what you feel like your role and responsibility is on the team.
My role, I try to play a lot of defense and leak out, get those dunks and stuff, make those exciting plays. And when we make those exciting plays, we tend to go on runs and stuff like that. And guys like Keon and Dev and Rue and other players and Bryce, they start hitting their shots and just spotting up, hitting threes and stuff like that. Just find the open spot, cut into the basket.
Now, as a transfer coming in, did you have any idea what your role might be? What were you looking forward to about the transfer?
I was looking forward to playing with these guys for sure. They're a young team, and they definitely got a big future ahead of them. And I was excited to play with them. And my role, I was just looking to fit in anywhere that I could, and just being a leader on the team with a very young team, and just giving somebody they could look up to.
What do you do kind of get prepared for a game? Let's say you're playing tonight, or maybe you're playing Friday. What are you doing like mentally and physically? Maybe it's watching film, mentally and maybe physically, and maybe drinking a lot of water, getting some rest. How do you kind of get prepared for a game on a game day?
I watched a lot of film during game day of the team they were playing during school and stuff like that. They don't give us a lot of school really on game days. So, and then physically, I'll stretch a lot. I'll do some ankle mobility stuff, and mentally, I listen to my music and just stay locked in for the game.
Coming into this season, as you looked at your schedule, obviously the Bass Pro Tournament champions, the Blue and Gold tournament, were there games maybe that you were really, or even tournaments that you were looking forward to playing?
I was looking forward to all of them for sure. Playing in TLC is big opportunities everywhere. It's a lot of exposure, and I think we got that out of that tournament. So,
Going back to the tournament champions, you were the dunk contest victor, right?
so
What was that like to be able to get that done on that stage in front of that group of people?
it was real fun. I went last year. I came up short to a guy on Christ the King. So just being able to come back and being the guy that was there last year and having the edge over a lot of people, just them being able to see me dunk and stuff like that, and the crowd feeding off of it. It was fun for sure.
And we're visiting again with Tyreek Brooks from Springfield Central High School. Tyreek, being a senior, um, what plans, if any, do you have for next year? Have you decided what you're going to be doing?
I definitely want to play college basketball. Not quite sure where I want to go yet, but I got plans ahead of me for sure.
You bet. Tyreek, hey, congratulations and off to a great start. Thank you so much for being part of the show today.
Thank you.
And Coach Epps, who do we have next?
Yeah, so over here on my right, we got our point guard, Keon Epps.
Keon, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Tell us a little bit about what your roles and responsibilities are.
My role, like, I'm a point guard, so like I'm the leader on the team. So like my role is to like get everybody in the right spots, make sure everybody locked in, and to get us into plays and just control the game and score when I need to and get all my teammates open and get all my teammates points and to lead the way.
Is that role very similar to the role you played last year for the Bulldogs?
Well, last year I had like a since my freshman season I had like a more of a passing role, and then last year I got it more of a little bit scoring. I started scoring a little bit more than this year's role. I score more than those both years, but I also still pass. So like it's more of a bigger role and got to step up and be the leader.
And Keon, same question. Were there games or tournaments that you were really looking forward to coming into this year?
Yeah, I was looking forward to the Vinny game and the Father Tolton game and Tournament of Champions.
Very good. Very good. Now you're also a senior, so what plans, if any, have you made for next year?
I'm a junior.
I'm sorry. My apologies. Man, you're just a junior. I bet that's killing coaches in Southwest Missouri. Knowing we got to face you again. My apologies, Keon. But hey, congratulations on being part of the show today, and thank you so much for being part of the show.
Thank you for having me.
Coach, you've got, like I said, you've got probably 8 or 10 basketball games left. You finish out. You've still got some work to do with regards to the Ozark Conference because you still have Glendale, Parkview, Lebanon, Bolivar, Camden, West Plains, and Rolla, on your schedule. And that's and some of those teams. I mean, Parkview is very good. Rolla is off to a tremendous start. As we go down the stretch here, what are your thoughts and how are you guys going to get prepared?
We just can't be complacent. The Ozark Conference is a very tough conference to win. Night in, night out, every game is going to be a battle. So we're going to definitely get battle tested over the next couple of weeks. When you kind of get that top spot, like I tell the guys, the target on your back just gets bigger. You're going to get everybody's best shot every night. So we can't go into any game in this conference looking over any opponent. Every night we got to come ready to play. Treat everybody the same.
And Coach Epps, you might fill just the viewers in on a little bit of your background. Where you played high school collegiately, and then how long you've been at Central, and where you've been.
Yeah, so in high school I played for Jay Osborne down in Nixa. After I graduated there, I went to Missouri Valley College for a year. Then went over to Central Missouri for a couple of years after that. After I got done playing, I started my coaching career at Glendale as an assistant. I actually started as a volunteer assistant, worked my way to a freshman, came over to Central 4 years ago as the JV coach under Brandy Kimru. And then a year later, I took over the varsity program. So this is my third year as a head coach for that group.
Well, outstanding. Well, Coach, as always, I appreciate you guys being generous with your time. And Coach, always interested to hear you speak at the Tip-Off Club at Bambino's. It's a great place, number one, to have and good food. But really enjoy the coaches speaking there and the camaraderie, just among the area coaches. So Coach, thank you so much for being part of this.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And yeah, thanks for everything you do for the Tip-Off Club. I enjoy it.
You bet. You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol remind us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. We'll be right back.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy CyberCash. Visit ChevyCyberCash.com today.
Imagine a bank that goes where you go, creating seamless solutions for every step in your financial journey, allowing you to manage your money the way you want to, with a banking relationship that makes every day extraordinary. Imagine a world full of possibilities, always within reach. Central Bank. We do banking